Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Glow in the Dark Tarot. This is going to be part 2 of your, I don't know, what is this, a bonus October extra reading that, I got this inkling to do for you last night, even though it made no sense, but I also don't mind. So this is going to be part 2 of your, I guess, your second October reading, and then on top of that, you do have a bonus coming up because part 1 got so many views. So as I was saying in the other part before my video decided to cut out and my camera decided to stop working, was that you had this magician energy that came out, and I was saying how low-key we've been in the magician energy for quite some time. I mean, we have. Like, it hasn't been coming out in every single reading. But I think with all the things that we have moved away from, all the changes that we've made, all the toxicity that we are, getting rid of still and have gotten rid of, I think that takes some type of magician energy, and I think we've been doing making a lot of our moves in secret, Oops. Sorry about that. I'm getting to a point where, I'm not even embarrassed anymore when my camera falls. It is what it is. But I think that magician energy, clarifying this 9 of Cups here, I think we have been chasing this this state. I don't want to say that we've been chasing status, but I think that we have been chasing this state, this image of ourselves, to ourselves, for ourselves, this idea of what we want our life to look like. And us being in that magician energy in a very low-key type of way for a very long time has finally put us in a space where it's actually manifesting. If it's manifesting in this reading, if this 9 of Cups state is showing itself in this reading, if the magician is showing itself in this reading, mind you, we've been the magician for quite some time, low-key, albeit, but now they are showing themselves. So if they are showing themselves for us to see it, then others around us might see that too. It may be a little bit more obvious right now that is where we are headed and that's what we're in. Now, see if we can clarify this 8 of Cups in the reverse here with this 9 of Pentacles. Like I said before, October has been kind of an emotional month, I think, out of nowhere for some of us. We have the Mercury retrograde coming up. Today officially marks Scorpio season. And just like how the 5 of Cups was clarifying the 4 of Swords, just like how even in our rest there is still a little disappointment. In our caginess, there is still a painful ending. we're still hanging on to time that we may have been wasted, or things that we invested in and we didn't get we didn't get the fruits of our labor. We didn't reap what we sowed, or what we had sown. And we're still moving forward. That hasn't changed. But I think part of that Eight of Cups in the reverse for us has to do with the uncertainty of the future. It has to do with the fact that we have set sail on this new but yet uncertain journey. And we decided to do that a while ago, but now it is getting to the point where we can't see the shore anymore. I think part of us still being kind of clung to something possibly in the past, or part of us still being in that hangman in the reverse energy, and in the Eight of Cups in the reverse energy, regardless of the resolutions that we have made, we are still figuring out what it is that we want. We are still considering our options. We have a lot of options in front of us, whether that has to do with love, whether that has to do with career, or money, or family. But I think it can be overwhelming. I think it can be a little bit confusing. I think it can make us look at the past and think about what it is from the past that we do want. Even I get this feeling that even though we don't want to think about it, but we think about what it is from the past that we do want. And I think that makes us question of whether or not we can truly walk away from the past, because the past is so familiar. In some ways, we're stuck in the past, or stuck not being able to fully walk away quite yet because of the uncertainty of our options. Maybe there was such a painful ending that yes, you are physically moving forward, but maybe you just can't move forward in some other ways. You can't move past some things in some other ways. You can't walk away from some things in some other ways. This could manifest itself in not being able to jump into another relationship. Not too quickly, anyway. With the Nine of Pentacles being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, I do think we feel like to some extent we've made it. All these little feelings and these little things that are branching off of the ultimate decision that we've made, we know that they are temporary. We know that they're flimsy. I don't feel like we have to put too much work into what we have done to and for ourselves. This is what I said at the beginning of the last reading. What more can I do? What more can I say? How clearer can I make the message of who I am? You know, I was playing with the bottom of the deck after my camera cut out. I don't know. Let's see. I'm moving a little ahead of myself. I will tell you that after this painful ending, there is a victory of some sort. Don't get cocky just yet, but see if we can clarify this Ten of Swords here for Gemini, October 2019. It's like I was saying about the past. I do think there is some definite nostalgia going on. We have the Mercury retrograde coming up. I believe we're still in the pre-shadow phase. I was considering doing a reading, more readings than usual for the signs during the retrograde, because I feel like some signs might need it. I think at the very least there is some consideration about the past or for the past, if that makes sense. For some reason it's coming up in our psyche. For some reason it's there. But I think it further confirms the reason why we need to change. I think it further confirms the reason why we are going through this transformation, regardless of how that makes us feel. Regardless of the feelings that we have regarding that transformation, the past is a direct correlation of why we are going through that change. With this change, I truly do believe that all Gemini wants are good, innocent times. Remember, at the core of our reading was the Four of Swords. I think we just want peace. There are some cards in this spread that hold a whole lot more weight than other cards. Six of Swords. The Four of Swords being two of them, because those are the ones that, regardless of the fixed energy somewhere in this reading, those are the ones that are the most sturdy, the most stubborn. In the Death card, in the Ten of Swords, those are the four pillars of this reading. Let's see what we have at the bottom of the clarification deck. And then we're going to pull some Animal Oracle cards. Thank you so much for tuning in to Glow in the Dark Tarot. I really appreciate all of the subscribers. I really appreciate the new subscribers. I really appreciate the comments. I really do, you guys. And like I said in other videos for other signs, I will never try to play you guys. I'll never try to lie to you guys. I'll never try to clickbait you guys. I'll never tell you what you want to hear. You may hate me for that. You may love me for that. Either we gonna be cool or you gonna come out on the bag on me. It really don't matter. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, alright? And I really do appreciate the support that this channel has been getting and is getting. And I've been doing this for, I've had this channel for a couple of months, literally a couple of months. So just thank you for tuning in. And I hope this resonates and I hope this helps. Because that's truly what I want to do. Okay. Shout out to Asia. My Gemini. Shout out to her. I was talking to her for a little bit. Hopefully she sees this video. Bottom of the deck, the clarification deck, the Ace of Wands. Top of the deck, the Hierophant. So, or the High Priestess. Sorry about that. So I definitely feel like I don't read this Ace of Wands. Ooh, and under that, the King of Pentacles. So I don't read this Ace of Wands as something bad. This could do with the lack of creativity, but I do think that this is us just kind of being a little bit hesitant with what we manifest. So again, we are in this manifestation mode, right? With our Nine of Pentacles mode. But I think this is either our hesitation or us just not being receptive to a lot of things I think that want to come our way. And that could be love, that could be just any opportunity that falls in our lap. There is a part of us that is a little bit more skeptical this month. And it's so weird because it's like we're open but we're skeptical at the exact same time. That being said, I do feel like we are in a mode of using our intuition. We are in a mode of being very intuitive. I'm just being nosy. We are in a mode of being very intuitive. We are in a mode of really not speaking too much, being careful who we speak to and why we speak to them. Being careful of what we say. At the end of the day, Gemini, we have our opinion, we have our decisions, we have our feelings, but at the end of the day, we are using our intuition. It's almost like forget anything I've said in this reading. You take nothing from this reading. Or if none of this reading matters, if I were to pinpoint the most important part of this reading, whether in part 1 or part 2, it would be this high priestess. Because at the end of the day, that's what we are. That's what we are going towards. This true knowledge of self and others, this mystery to us. But then also, like I said before, there's this mystery to us, but it's also very clear. And I'm hearing intimidating again. It's very intimidating. We have gone through so many physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual leaps and bounds that we have